Hi, my name is Kirsten Hall, owner of Web Wonder Women and Supreme SEO. Back here with you for lesson 2. Last week, we used ChatGPT to help build out tasty recipes and how to write a letter to your landlord. This week, we're going to work together on building a resume and writing a cover letter for jobs on LinkedIn. Let's dive in. Okay, so this week, I already have ChatGPT open, and I've also opened LinkedIn and a search on Google for free resume templates. What I'm going to do is start by searching for a job on LinkedIn. For example, I've already gone ahead and searched call answering specialist for a start, and we're going to use this call center rep level 1 example right here. So I'm going to click on this apply button because they have their additional description listed off of LinkedIn. I'm going to keep this tab open up here. There's some good information here on what they're looking for when they're going to hire a call answering specialist. Now I've also gone over here to look up free resume templates. Now I tend to avoid the sponsored ads on Google. That's just my personal preference. And I go to the first organic one where it doesn't say sponsored. So it looks like Canva actually has free printable resume templates. So I'm going to right click this on my mouse and hit open link in new tab. So that will open it in a new tab and keep this tab, this Google search, open in case we have to come back and look at any of these other search results. Let's see what Canva has. Okay, they actually have a lot of good options. I like this one. So the reason why I'm choosing this is resume tracking software is heavily keyword focused. It doesn't like pictures. It doesn't like too heavy of a design. And this right here is very text focused. So I'm going to move ahead with this one. I'm going to say customize template. It is in Spanish, but that is okay. We can do it in Spanish. We can do it in English. When I use this template, I am going to translate it to English just because that's what I speak. So I'll be able to better guide you further by understanding the language myself. So let's see. Instead of filling this out here, I actually want to try something very cool. I'm going to go ahead and start by downloading this. Let's see, can I download it as a document? Looks like I have to download it as PDF. That's fine. So I'm going to download this as a PDF. And actually first I'm going to rename it just to be resume example. Download PDF standard. Okay, that's still chosen. Perfect. And then I'm going to run back to this call center rep level 1. And I'm just going to copy and paste this whole job description. I'm going to hit on my keyboard Control and the C key. And then I'm going to go back into chat and say, based on the job description below, can you please fill out a resume template for me attached in English? This way I have a quick template to work from that is resume tracking software friendly. We're going to see if the free version of ChatGPT can do this. And I'm actually going to change that last part into a colon. I'm going to hit on my keyboard Control V, and that just pastes everything that was from here all into here. So it has the call center rep level 1, all the details. And then I'm also going to attach, login required. Okay, So instead of that, we're going to have to do this a little differently. So I'll say, based on this job description below, can you please create a resume for me to work from? This way, I have a template to work from that is resume tracking software friendly. Okay, so we'll go ahead and do that. Yeah, it says place the filler. Okay, cool. So it's starting to come up with some solid information you can use. Yep, and then it'll have little placeholders along the way. Yep. And if you don't happen to have much of previous job experience, that's okay. Even if you did an internship, that can still count. So let's see. We have all of this information. Let's start by just copying and pasting the resume summary and putting it into here. Paste that. That's fine. Let's say, I believe this is licensed in administration. And then we can leave those here for now. You'll just be able to click in and change your location, the email, and your phone number to be contacted. This would be experience. So this looks like a previous job experience, but what you could do is change these titles up here and then go back to your section over here. It looks like professional experience. So we could grab even just a couple of these, go back here, and then hit Control V again to paste those. Now that does take up a decent amount of space, so I think I'm just going to take away that for now. And then just make sure you fill in these placeholding numbers. Like maybe you handled, what's the average number of calls a call center specialist takes per day? Or actually, no, call answering. 30 to 60 calls. So maybe if you're going to be like a front desk admin, we could take this, put in that average number, handled 30 to 60 daily inbound calls. And essentially what you would do is just go back and forth, check what was the result in ChatGPT, and update your information here. And you want to make sure that the date in which you worked is accurate at each location that you worked or internship that you worked. You want to make sure that your education is accurate. So let's say you went to Northern Essex Community College from 2014 to 2016 or 17. You would just reflect that in those numbers here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste and build out that whole resume in here. And I'll use my name, but I'll also put just some generic information so you can see a finished version of what this resume would look like. Okay, so I've gone ahead and created an example resume that you can download and use for applying to jobs. Now, each time you apply to a job, I highly recommend that you tailor your resume to what that job is looking for in order to pass through those resume tracking systems better and reach somebody in HR so that they can review your resume personally. So this is the resume I've put together. I want to show you a faster way to do it. If you are interested in purchasing ChatGPT monthly to make your time more efficient, as creating this resume did take an extra 10 to 20 minutes to do. What I'm going to do is log into my ChatGPT account. And now that I'm logged in, I'm going to be able to do this process much faster. So this time I'm going to add my resume example file right here. And then I'm going to say in my prompt, based on the job description below, I need you to fill out this example resume with my information and then you could say my name is Kirsten Hall, my number is 978. I'm just going to put in a filler. Email is example@gmail.com. And then just to keep it fast, I'll say, I need this resume to be in English, but I have all of the necessary skills and experience listed in the document. And then just for fun, I'll say, I'm attaching a screenshot of skills from my current resume. Or actually, you know what? I'll just say Kirsten's resume, and then I'll download this as a PDF. Do PDF standard. So if you have an existing resume, you can do exactly this. So I'll hit download, and I'm going to change this prompt a little bit. Just say I'm attaching my current resume for more context about my education and experience. So I'll also add Kirsten's resume. We're going to go back to that call center representative, fill out, oh, I'm going to grab the title too, need all of it. Let's see what it comes up with. And what's cool is it fills it out in a different way. This follows the structure of the example resume you gave. And then I can just go ahead and say, can I have this as a downloadable PDF? And then it'll analyze it, and it will start to put something together. Let's see what it comes up with. Oh, actually, it's right here. Oh, cool. Dedicated and compassionate customer service professional with over 10 years of experience. And then it lists the experience from my existing resume. And essentially, I would just go ahead and download this. And, oh, actually, I'd probably need it as a document. And I have it as an editable document. Even though I have some typos here, I can't fully see what I'm typing because my screen share notification is covering my prompt area, but it'll be able to tell what you want, even if you do a little bit of mistyping. Perfect. Now that it's a Word document, you can open it up in Word. You can make any changes you need. And then essentially you would hit File, Save As, save it either to your downloads or your desktop, wherever you would like, and then you can start applying to jobs. Now, just to make things a little bit easier, let's say that they want a cover letter. All you have to do is say, hey chat, can you write me a cover letter for the job I'm applying to? And there you go. Now you can take this, you can open up another document, paste it in here, make any edits that you need. I personally don't believe cover letters have to be this long. You could essentially cut this down to what you believe makes the most sense for submission. And then again, you would save it. I would try to save it to the folder on your computer where you saved your resume as well. And you just say, like that went to my downloads. So I'm going to put in my downloads folder. And then when you go back to the job application, all you have to do is fill in your information, hit attach your resume and CV. Well, I guess in this case, it just wants a resume. That's fine. And then once that's all filled out, you'd be good to go to hit submit. Now that you know how to fill out a resume and cover letter using help from ChatGPT, I hope you have the happiest of job hunting. In next week's training, I'm going to show you some cool ways that I have streamlined my work processes. See you next time.